Yo, what's up? This is Swift D, and today I'm gonna be taking you back to where I made NBA Youngboy's Rock and Roll. Let's go! So the rock and roll beat came around the time where I just got finished doing Time for That for Kevin Gates, and we were on a pretty good run at the time. We had basically went 2 for 2 with Paper Chasers and Time for That. So my good friend Jeff Vaughn hit me up one day and asked me for a new pack of beats for some of the artists that he was working on. And I was like, cool. So I went and sent him a pack and, just let Jeff do his magic. So I was out with my family one afternoon and out of the blue, I get a random phone call from Jeff. Jeff is like, yo, Swift. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? And he's like, so I got this artist, NBA Youngboy, that I was telling you about. I was like, yeah, I know who he is. And he was like, well, he just cut the 2 joints that you had in that pack. So I was like, okay, cool. So is it gonna go on his album? And he's like, well, that's the thing. He just kind of just put them out today. He didn't even let me know. And I was like, what? So he was like, yo, don't trip, bro. He's a great guy. We'll get the business straight. He was just excited about putting out these records that you guys did together. So I was like, cool. So around that time, we just talked it out, figured it out, and it was all good. So the idea that I had with the beat, I was listening to a lot of Juvenile 400 Degrees at the time, which is, one of my favorite albums. How's one of my favorite songs of all time, just because I feel like you feel the streets in that melody, like you feel the streets in the beat. And so when I was initially trying to make the beat, I wanted something that like conveyed that same message, and it just wasn't really hitting. I couldn't really like connect with it like that. So what did I do? I did what every producer does when they feel like they're not too sure if they like a melody or not. I use gross beat. I put gross beat on my master, and just like that, the initial swag that I got off of the music, I was like, oh my God, this is the vibe right here. This is the wave that I'm trying to go for. And I was like, all right, so with this beat, I basically gotta have minimal drums, I gotta have something that's not too bass heavy. I gotta have something that just sounds really street, something that I could let the melody breathe through. So, I put that Swift D bounce on that, something that I felt like was still a reflection of me, even though I was trying to be New Orleans at that time. And how fitting it was, just knowing that Youngboy is from Louisiana, and I was able to get what I thought was my version of a New Orleans swag off to him, which was super dope. So in this part of the beat, the melody, there's only 5 sounds total. Like I said, less is more. 4 of the sounds are from Omnisphere, and they're all very minimal sounds, just EQ'd and tweaked and glued together to form one unique sound. So that is a bass, a solo, which is a lead, a flute, and distorted noise. All those things together brought this out. Like that right there is already crazy. That's crazy. It's just dark, like you feel that something is coming. That's what I wanted this beat to be. Something is coming. And then this comes in. Like when this comes in right here, this is where gross beats start getting crazy. Sick. The drums. Drums are slapping. Yeah, he killed this, man. One of the things I like about the song so much is I felt like he attacked it right away.
Back in 2009, I had jumped in the street, I was toting a 9. I could tell he ain't bought it, ain't never slung out. Now they stuck at the bottom and wait on their time.
Energy is everything. And one of the most important things to me is when an artist can feel what you were putting into the music. When I make beats, I don't just make beats to make people feel good or like, hey, this beat is dope. I always make beats to paint a picture. When I make music, I dream. When I make music, I like to mentally put myself in a place where I either want to be or an era of like, I wonder what that was like. And, when I made this, it reminded me of like, oh man, I feel like I'm there. I mean, it was just an honor to just be able to get one of these off with him, just knowing that the direction that he was going. Even I didn't see him being as big as he became, but Jeff did. And Jeff was like, yo, Swift, you gotta make sure that you always send me beats because I think this kid is gonna be next. And you know, he wound up being that next dude. So shout out to NBA Youngboy and shout out to Jeff for making the play for me. So here it is, the origin of rock and roll. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
Let's rock and roll. I can feel that fire growing inside and blood and then